What's up, everybody? I'm Lisa.
I'm Brando.
I'm Big Mike.
And this is Brewheads.
You damn right.
And the Lord said,
Brewheads.
We are here at No.
Nope.
Sorry.
No.
No.
That was like Connecticut.
You paused yourself at the right time.
Yeah.
You paused
Because I knew where I
right
was, but
yes.
the wrong words were coming out.
Yep.
Are you disappointed?
We're at Dudleytown. I'm just going to throw shit out.
Yep. Okay, so we're at
Connecticut
Distillery.
Distilling.
Connecticut Distilling.
Correct.
There you go.
And that's why I had trouble finding where it was.
Ah.
Because there's...
I kept doing distillery.
Distillery.
Because you were
Yeah.
thinking of that place in South Windsor that is closed now.
There's a place in South Windsor?
Yeah. It was like CT Distilling, which I thought was part of CT Valley, but it wasn't. It was in someone's garage, but it's closed now. Anyway, we are at CT Distilling.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
What are we at?
Connecticut Distilling.
Connecticut Distilling.
Fuck me. I got it this time. You ready?
I mean, I'm probably not going to edit any of that out.
Yes, you will. You have to.
No.
It's bad for their brand. You don't want to do that.
But it's funny for ours.
Wait, so how about this? A bloopers reel.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Real. I
Lisa
like that.
fucked up again? No one would have thunk it. We're at Connecticut Distilling here in Thompson.
Waterbury.
Waterbury.
How come this isn't
Thomaston
Thompson?
Avenue.
That's what you think of it.
It's
Thompson
Waterbury.
But how come this isn't Thompson? Is Thompson a section of Waterbury?
No.
No.
No, that's Clocktown.
Avenue. Yes.
Clocktown is in Thomaston, which is not a section of
I've been
Waterbury.
drinking all day.
Which is not.
Thomaston is its own town.
Yes.
I live in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
I don't
Do you
know.
want to redo it in new intro?
No, I'm just, we're just going to
rolling.
push. We're just going to push.
Push forward, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, on that note,
On that note, hi. We're here with Meg and Dim.
Hello.
Hello.
Dim.
Demetrius. Fuck. We have to start over.
No, we're good.
Why?
We're good.
we're fine.
Good.
We're fine. It's fine. It's everything's
fine. Everything's
We're literally
fine.
the puppy dog with everything on fire in
The
the
world's
background.
on fire around you, but it's fine.
This is what you get for drinking pre-podcast.
Yeah.
Lisa has
Brando's
not
so
had
disappointed.
a lot to drink at this point. Just saying.
Yeah.
At least
Not here.
Not here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just saying.
Right.
So you start over every time you go to a new place. It's like
Exactly.
reset.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. It's a
reset.
reset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a reset.
Yep, that's okay. I'm here in spirit and spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
There we go.
And
There we
speaking
go.
of
That's
spirits,
right.
There we go.
That's our
speaking of
song.
spirits, tell us a little about where we are and what you guys have to offer.
Oh, you take it.
So we are at Connecticut Distilling in Waterbury, Connecticut, not Thompson.
Also not distillers, distilling.
Yes, distilling.
Although you are a distiller.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Formerly Continuum.
Yes.
Correct.
We bought the business in December of 23 and rebranded to Connecticut Distilling middle of last year. We we are keeping what Continuum started with, making spirits from beer and then
Yep.
expanding on that brand. So yeah, that's where we're at really, and we have our nice little tasting lounge in
Yes,
the
you
front.
do.
Very nice. Very
Very
cozy.
cozy.
And
Yes.
their dog. Is that your guy's dog?
No, that's Tim's dog. Tim is a buddy of ours, and that's
It's a lovely
what the
dog.
hell's her name? Stella. It's Stella.
Stuff.
That's his service animal.
You could ask Lisa. She's really good with names.
I think I caught whatever you got.
It would have been
Ooh,
Bella.
those eyes.
Or Chella.
So yeah, right now we're in our distilling room. As you can
Yes.
see, we have barrels behind us. Got stills over there. Smells really cool in here.
Yes.
May smell a little bit like Simple Green. I did do the floors earlier.
Yeah, Meg cleaned up for you guys.
Oh,
so you must be
appreciate
special.
it. Yeah, we
Damn.
appreciate it.
And we
was
use
saying,
and we
that's-
use cleaner
Yeah.
Really?
on the floors. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was like, well, last
No
time
joke.
I was with them, it was at my brew fest, and then
Yeah.
before that was at Back East, so
Yeah.
I had a lot to show.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah.
good.
Good showing.
It is. So,
This is... Sorry.
sorry.
I didn't want you to mess up.
Damn.
If we can just call a pause for 1 second, I just want to say, hey, Brando, fuck you.
God.
And you know what? When Joe Boudreau watches this,
Oh, I'm a...
he's going to
yeah.
say, Brando, be nice.
Yeah.
Leave everything in.
Yeah.
So he knows why.
No, edit. Joe likes me.
Cut that.
Anyway, what got you into distilling?
Well, I mean, I've been a lifelong bartender, third generation Greek that owns a restaurant. You know that old stereotype, all Greeks own restaurants?
Yeah.
I've never heard it before, but I'll just believe
I
you.
fit it perfectly.
Okay.
Grandparents emigrated from Greece, restaurants. Parents, restaurants. Myself, same thing.
Yeah.
I started bartending by necessity in my parents' restaurant almost 30 years ago.
Wow.
So it's been a long time behind the bar.
When he was 10.
But yeah, so I mean, bartending just opened a lot of doors for me. When I started bartending, there was no doors. There was you're a bartender, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Then with the evolution of bartending and in the spirits world and just like mixology. For
Yeah.
lack of a better term, becoming what it has become, a lot of doors opened for bartenders to get into like working for different brands or creating their own brand, consulting, all that stuff, which I've done pretty much all of it. And then I wanted to do canned cocktails. Probably around 2016, around there, 17. But didn't have, what's that thing called? Money. So
Fair.
a couple years later, I found that ever elusive money and
There you
started
go.
the Cocktail Chemist canned cocktails. That was my brand.
Did you find the money in true Greek fashion?
I begged for it. Yes. But yeah, so started the brand, eventually launched in July of 2020. About a year later, I met my business partner, my now business partner, Stelios, who had fellow Greek.
That's not a Greek name.
That's not even the full name. That's not even the full first name.
What's the whole thing?
His full name is Stylianos Stavrianos.
Wow.
And
So
the
yeah, that's a
sister,
tongue twister.
Wait, the
I
sister
fucking
is
love it.
Eugenia.
Yeah,
Like,
Eugenia.
Very Greek names.
Wow.
We all have very, very
That's
Greek
fantastic.
names.
I'd say, I'm just here and they just all start talking in Greek and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
And it's not on purpose. We just, whatever the
Really?
fuck comes out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
really, like, that's the same way I'm with my parents
You
and
sent
friends.
me a text and it was half in Greek too.
I did. I saw that. I saw it because it was somebody's. It was someone's
Name? In
Name?
your contact?
in my contact, but my buddy wrote it Tony in English.
Yeah.
In Greek, Albanian mechanic.
Oh,
And-
wow.
So I was doing talk to text. So it came. I was telling her about another Tony that we know.
Yeah.
And it was on my watch actually. So I
Yeah.
blamed the watch.
Yeah.
I do
And
too.
then I looked for it
I
after.
did.
I'm like, she must think I'm a fucking moron. Like because it's in Greek characters.
And for
Right.
other
No,
reasons.
I literally.
And I didn't even bother correcting. I was like, fuck it, she figured it out.
No, I
Meg's a smart
literally
girl.
asked Stelios and Eugenia. I was like, "What did he just say?" I saw Tony, and I was like, "Okay, so he's talking about Tony, who's here today." And I was like, "Can you, one of you, interpret this?" And they just started laughing hysterically. I was like, I looked at Tony. I was like, "This is either good or really bad."
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
how
sorry.
it did it. Like, why would it pick that one? I have
It
probably
was
20
really
Tonys
funny.
in my film.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. But
Tony's a very popular name.
yeah, I
I've
guess
heard
so.
of Spanglish, not Greeklish.
Greeklish. We have Greeklish too.
They do that
Greeklish.
all the time. I'm like, okay.
all the time. Whatever comes out, comes out.
Yeah.
Like I
That's
said, with
fantastic.
friends, family, whatever. And people are like so confused.
So
I'm just
does
like-
does it get worse as you drink?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Speaking
That
for
was-
my
that
French
was a Greek-
family
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Italian family, yes, it always gets worse.
Accents come
I don't
out.
remember what I was. Oh, so
Money.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
so
You've been Lisa Eyes.
she's like, see, I'm not alone. I got another one. So yeah, Stelios and I came together. He had a brand of vodka, but we never had a home to make it in. So we're making it. Different people doing co-packing for us
Yeah.
or whatever. And you know, when you're not making your own product, no one's gonna make it like you. And no
Right.
one's gonna
True.
care about it
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you.
true.
And then we knew, you know, the former owners here in Brandon and stuff I've known since they opened, and they were selling the business, and they reached out to us because they knew we kind of were looking,
Yeah.
you know, just for a home in some way, shape, or form. And we're like, yeah, we did not have the money to buy it, but we found
Yeah.
it, and ended up purchasing the business. And that's where we are today, you know. And now we make all our canned cocktails here. We do everything in house. So you know,
Or locally sourced stuff.
Oh yeah, everything. You know, we're trying to be as locally sourced as humanly possible. I was born and raised in Waterbury, so this is very kind of cool
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me because like the cocktail chemist is almost like me as a person that was born in Waterbury. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So it's a good, to be home kind of thing. I've owned a bar in Waterbury and stuff. So it's cool. Like, but yeah, that brings us here today, and that's what we've been doing.
Is that bar Mr. Pips?
What's that?
Mr. Pips? Miss Pips?
What's Miss Pips?
What's that booby bar right over there?
Oh, Mr. Happy's.
Oh, Mr. Happy.
She does not know the name of anything today.
But I know where everything is.
To Mr.
You
Happy's.
do. You do.
You don't want to go, or you?
I mean, if you,
It's a local town.
it's a
towny
local,
bar.
it's a local
towny bar.
strip chart.
Do they all have their appendages?
Debatable.
Depends
Debatable.
what shift you're going.
Okay. Because I was introduced
Depends
to.
if it's the Monday morning C squad.
Oh, wow.
C
Monday
Squad.
morning C Squad.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about a C squad. I just knew that Mr. Happy's was
Yeah.
over there. I don't know what Mr. Pips is, but
Yikes. Yikes.
now I'm curious where
Pole
Mr.
warmers.
Pips is.
Oh my.
Pole
Yeah.
warmers.
Yeah,
Warmers, yeah.
I got introduced, and my buddy thought it would be the funniest thing. You can put it in, or you don't have to. It doesn't matter. And it was like one of those coming to the stage, and I looked up, and there was like this,
Oh, wow.
and it was just like
Oh.
Her legs must have been strong.
they were very strong,
Right.
But it was just kind of like
That's,
Interesting.
that's first time for me.
Yeah.
Now I was also
Dare I ask how
20
she
23.
grabbed her money?
other hand.
That had to
Okay.
be at
Other
the
hand.
Blue.
No, the blue. No, this was Springfield.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Mardi
it was
Gras?
across the street.
I was gonna say.
It was. I forgot what the
Oh.
name is. Oh,
That
it's
place
closed.
was dirty, dirty.
How are you supposed to clean with one hand?
Oh God.
And the
On that
question
note-
no one's asking is, why does Lisa know where so many strip clubs are?
No, we don't judge.
No judgment.
We don't judge.
You got to go to Portland, Oregon, then.
True.
They
I wouldn't
have
like that
one on
plane ride.
every single street corner for the most part.
Really?
It's hilarious.
Then I do have to go.
It's hilarious.
I like
Road trip.
hilarious.
Let's take a road trip.
I
It's
mean,
definitely not a road trip, but I like
I mean,
funny.
It's definitely not a
Plane
road trip. No, I
Let's
mean
take a
it's
plane
far,
trip.
but
I mean, you walk out and,
And a
it's
lot
like
of
you don't know
breweries,
which
too.
ones you went
Lot
in.
of breweries.
A lot of breweries.
there's breweries and strip joints
Breweries
on
and
like every
strip
corner of Portland, Oregon.
Brew joints.
That sounds like a new podcast.
there you go. Strip joints.
And coming to the stage.
That was the first time I ever saw a roller skating stripper. And
Wow.
it was at this place called Mary's. I think it's Mary's.
Tell me she did a split
I was
and skated backwards.
I was with my wife. We went for a wedding out there, and on the stage, the stage was small. They had like video games in the corner. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
So you're hanging out, and the only music is a jukebox that takes bills. So
No.
mid dancing,
What
the
the
jukebox will go
fuck?
out. It's like, because I have $1, so I can put more money in the jukebox. And
Wow.
so
I
we
mean,
wait
what-
till somebody gave $1, and she would put the music in the jukebox.
What a great way to
Hilarious.
make money, though.
So does
That
does
is-
no one dance until the song comes back?
Pretty
on?
much.
Oh my
Yo,
god,
Like Dead
that's
Stop.
crazy.
Yeah.
dude! It's like those toys you don't
Man,
make
I
noise.
wonder
Like
if they have touch
Yo, they
tunes
just
now.
Right?
Yeah.
she's like halfway.
Yeah.
Frozen. Freeze frame.
Somebody throw some money in the jukebox.
There we go.
Is it wrong of me to wish that all of them had Russian accents?
It sounds like a place where all of them would have.
Sounds like Miami.
Yeah.
Nobody seen Dexter?
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Well, I don't know how we got
To there.
there,
Oh, that's
but that's all right.
That was
The
this
wonderful world of podcasts, right?
Yeah,
Obviously.
right?
exactly.
Could you map that out for us when you're editing? Like, how we got
Maybe do a
Oregon,
fishbone diagram.
Oregon.
Yeah.
plane
We
trip?
went to so many places there.
There's
Yeah.
going to be a bunch of squiggles
Yeah.
going around like this.
That sounds about right for us.
Oh god! Like if Michael J. Fox drew a map.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Sorry.
I'm going to park you there.
Done.
So tell us what's in front of us. What do we have here? What are your staples?
Go ahead, Mike.
So first, I'll start from my left and go into right. So first we have charred, right? Charred, yeah.
Yep.
So that is our what we call it's a beer whiskey. So we take beer, typically from Connecticut breweries that is out of code, or we have partners that help us out and give us some wort from whatever brews they're doing, and we'll take it. Typically, malty beers, porters, stouts are more common. Occasionally, we'll get some lagers, some Hefeweizens have been showing up here and there, or some wheat ales. We take it, we re-ferment it into our totes and reprocess it in our way, and we run it through our stills and then age it in our barrels and make charred. So when you taste it, it has a little bit of smoky notes, hence why the name is charred. But you definitely do get that maltiness from the beers.
Beer.
Yeah, it's nice.
What I personally like about charred is that it can be so different depending on the types of
Ice machine.
cocktails.
I knew. I was just
Yeah.
like, I want ice.
It scared the crap out of me the first time that the ice machine went off and I was by myself. I was like,
a puppy dog.
All right.
It does happen.
Yeah.
It happened to me like for the first month we had that stupid
Yeah.
thing. Sorry, go on.
But so charred can be very different depending on the type of cocktails we make. So in old fashions, it can taste completely different than a like fruity cocktail. So like
Yeah.
what I'm drinking Haymaker, and it's charred with some hibiscus tea. And what else did you-
Bunch of different bitters,
Yeah.
Citrus, sugar. It's a tea style.
Yeah.
Punch style cocktail.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, it's very flavorful and you get the fruitiness of it, but like the subtle maltiness just pops through too. But if you have an old fashioned, the char, like the smokiness really pops through too.
Yeah.
So it's a very good, and it's 96 proof, so definitely
It
can pack
definitely packs a punch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So my head is so much in like beer stuff.
Yes, I know
so,
you it is.
So I have a question. When it comes to consistency of the flavor of charred,
So we have partnered with Black Hog a lot in the past. A lot of our charred batches have been from their granola brown beer.
okay, nice goopy, good
Yeah.
beer.
So, however, we have a few more batches that are probably coming out fairly soon. One is going to come out maybe a month or two that we're both really excited about. It's a very different beer style. It's more of a wheat base beer.
Okay.
And it tastes absolutely phenomenal right now. And that's before even like mellowing it out. So it really depends on the base beer. Sometimes it can be slightly different.
Okay.
But it's really the aging process that gives it like a lot of that consistency that we
Okay.
do.
Yeah.
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 Imperfectly perfect.
Okay. So is
But also-
charred more of a category of that spirits? Like
It's unique in that spirits, but it can't really go into any category.
Right.
okay.
That's why we can't write whiskey on the label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
because
So more like
we
a
add
rotating
sugar.
series.
It's a beer ski, we call it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I say there's a few other distilleries.
but
that
it's
do that.
easy to compare it to whiskey for most people.
Yeah.
Okay.
That don't know what we do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I definitely call it the beer drinker's whiskey.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
it definitely, but even like your average consumer, they, there's been a lot of whiskey being drank over the last couple decades with bourbon and its,
Yeah, yeah.
It's
rise.
poppin'.
So it's not, far fetched for people to like this one too.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's very reminiscent of a whiskey, for sure. And like I said, it definitely could take the place of bourbon or whatever in your cocktails as well, like old fashions, Manhattans, even a whiskey sour, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we call it charred, but it does not go into any specific category of spirits. Like
Yeah.
you have your vodka, gin, rum, tequilas. Like it's a loner. It's on the outside.
Not in Connecticut, you don't have tequila.
What's
You have
that?
agave.
No,
Not in Connecticut,
no.
you don't have tequila.
No.
No.
But the charred, I think, is unique to just your brand. Am I wrong in that?
So
It's. There are a few distilleries that are distilling beers into spirits and making whiskeys, but when
Flavor
they started
profile?
doing it,
different. So
a little
the
different. Yeah, a little different.
only other distillery that I've actually been to that made a beer and turned it into actual distillate of some product was Short Path up in Everett, Mass, near Boston. They did a collab with Cambridge House, I think it was. I could be completely wrong on the
No,
name.
you're right on that, I believe.
They did a sour beer distillate though, so it's kind of has a little bit of a sour sweetness to it, but it was good. I don't know exactly how that process worked, but I think what makes us the most unique from every other distillery that is taking beer is that we're taking like the finished products. So like a lot of times we take even out of code beer from breweries because especially when this place opened in February of 2020, right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
We all know how the beer industry was doing then. It was a lot of breweries had a lot of beer and they just were like, what the hell do I do with it?
Yeah.
So that's really, I think, what really helped this business become alive more was that we just got so much beer to be able to distill into this, into our stills. So, and to make, at least at the very minimum, 2 very decent products, very good products that can be used in many various types of cocktails.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, like, I think Boston Harbor Distilling does it. They're
Yeah.
partnered up with Sam Adams.
Yeah.
Southern Tier is another one.
But a lot of them take the wort, though. They're not taking, like, finished cans.
No, they're
finished
doing
product.
war. Yeah. We're. I mean, the whole premise of Continuum was to be,
Reuse.
eco-sensible and stuff
Right.
like that, and reuse and not waste.
Yeah.
Which is more unique than the other stuff.
We're not
in
at
my
Continuum anymore.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're at Connecticut Distilling.
Correct. As
But
some
we want
would
to
say.
keep that. We want to keep that alive. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We want to
Yeah.
keep it because, I mean, we bought that brand. We bought the recipes and we bought
Yeah.
all the stuff that goes with it, and we like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're going to keep it. Not saying that we're not going to expand and do other things.
Right.
But
we have many things
absolutely.
planned.
Yeah, we have a lot of awesome things planned, and we want to grow our portfolio, of course, and see if we could make some fun stuff.
Nice.
Very fun stuff.
Yeah.
Fort Hill.
Yes, Fort Hill.
Go ahead, next. Go on the line.
Oh, Fort Hill. I love Fort Hill. So Fort Hill is a bourbon style. But what makes this unique is that we finish it in stout barrels. So we take a lot of Connecticut breweries that use their barrel-aged stouts.
Yeah.
We'll take their barrels and we'll put our bourbon into it. So this batch 4, I think it says on there. I can't see
Batch
in
4,
there.
yeah.
Yes.
That's the last batch.
Was
Yeah.
done in tiramisu stout barrels from Reverie in Newtown, Connecticut.
Really good.
Oh.
I literally was pulling the chocolate chunks out of that
Oh, no
barrel.
kidding.
Like
Yeah, I cut a
was
barrel open to make planters for my house.
Yeah.
And it was like I had to take the shovel, all the chocolate out of these fucking barrels. Like,
But like
I
these
swear?
barrels we weren't cutting open, and I was like,
Can you swear?
I don't know, I'm just making sure.
Fuck yes.
have you met? Yeah,
I don't
Obviously
think, I don't
you haven't
think
listened to
I
us.
knew the F-bomb yet. That's why.
he's new.
We could do a whole hour long of just cuss words.
Cuss words, yeah.
Fuck, fuckity, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe George Carlin said it best. 7 words you can't say on TV.
Sure.
I like when Cartman does it.
Oh, that's a good carpet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Hey,
I
do
worked
your
on it.
Skeletor.
Please.
And remember.
Love it.
Takes me back to my youth. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Fucker.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, so Fort.
So Fort Hill, I mean,
Yeah.
so and also like we batch number all these, so we know what beer, like especially for the Fort Hill.
Yeah.
We know exactly what stout barrels
Okay.
that we had in there, so we could always reference that with people,
And
and that's
save the
also
charge.
going to dictate the finish on the bourbon. You know what I mean? Like this, obviously tiramisu, you're going to get some coffee notes, some
chocolate.
cacao,
Yep.
exactly. So and then like, we'll keep a little bit of it, not sell the whole thing. Even
Yeah.
when we release like a batch 5 or future batches, just because then you can go back and taste them. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
might be like, "Oh, I like that." I'm like, "Good, you're gonna pay triple the fucking price."
Yeah.
But
You heard it here.
we just filled. Meg and I just filled actually a bunch of barrel
Yeah. Oh, they're actually right here.
from Alvaria.
It was there.
Okay.
King Cluster in it.
But
Okay. Okay.
before they added peanut butter.
Correct.
Emphasis
yeah.
on
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So no issues.
We don't
with
want
that.
people dying.
Yeah. 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 For real.
That and
I mean-
also, I don't want to have to clean the product like crazy. I don't have to clean all of our equipment like that.
But
That's a
I mean,
process.
it was so like fun, like filling the barrels, and just
The
as soon as
smell.
that liquid is going in, it's just pushing out like
The
all
aromas.
the aromas of
Yeah.
the stout, and we're just standing next to it like
It was
Yeah.
so nice. We're like, we could get high off of this.
like little kids, you know what I mean? Like, but it's
like
gonna
the double
that
meat.
one's gonna be delicious. I know it's gonna be delicious.
It's gonna be, yeah. I'm excited for it.
So we got to wait a little while, obviously,
Yeah.
but, you know,
Yeah.
good things come to those who wait.
And now
Yeah.
I'd like to turn our attention to my favorite on
Oh.
the table right now.
Yeah.
Because
Ah.
if you listen to Lisa at all, you know
Yeah.
I love my blueberries.
You
There
do.
you go.
Yeah.
Talk to us about blueberry fields forever.
So blueberries is just our just classic silver rum that we infuse with blueberries that we picked from Lyman Orchards in middle.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
sucky place.
So no, they're a great place. I love
Nice
it.
Yeah.
pies.
Good.
Good pies.
Yeah.
So
Especially
we
the peach.
I could eat a peach.
the pies are delicious.
Nope. You almost got me.
So yeah, I mean it's simple as that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? We filter it just to get rid of any solids and bottle it. Done.
Nice.
No added anything. The only sweetness, if you get any, is from the fruit. The natural sugars from the fruit, and that's it. It's simple.
I will say I'm personally very happy with this batch in particular because this was my first start to finish fully myself.
Batch 12, by the way.
Yes.
Batch 12.
Yeah.
So like
This
for
is-
me,
I mean,
start to
look at
finish
that.
was
You know,
me.
like you see the color.
The
Yeah.
color is
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
Purple is-
amazing. Like it just pops.
I would
Why
share
don't
it
call
with
it
you,
purple?
but
But yeah,
Lisa
you,
you
drank
already
all
had
her
it?
blueberry
But it's gone.
daiquiri real quick. Taking every little last sip.
I went hard on the mint.
Nice.
That was good.
yeah, it was
Did you eat your chocolate? Yes, you did.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
I
yeah.
didn't eat my chocolate yet.
Is it saving it?
Yeah.
Sakalaka.
Nice.
That'll be. This is
for the ride home.
Yeah.
There you go.
Matter of fact, so I don't.
Oh,
Right in
yeah.
the pocket.
I
Get it
hope
soft.
melts. I hope it melts. So after,
After that, we have our vodka,
Yeah.
which is a Canadian wheat vodka that we, before our last distillation, we mellow on. We make maple wood charcoal, sugar maple charcoal.
okay.
It's
The charcoal sits in the distillate for a couple weeks, just really mellows it out, cleans it out, and then we redistill it last time.
Yeah.
And it just comes out to this beautiful, like, it has, vodka by definition is an odorless, colorless, tasteless
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
spirit. So it's
Well,
all right,
I don't know
whatever,
about
cool.
tasteless.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Because listen, vodkas have flavor. If you're gonna
Yeah.
sit here with, Waterville, Kettle, Goose, all of them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They all
Oh,
taste
speak my
different.
Yeah, they all
language.
taste different.
Nom,
Yeah.
nom, nom,
Yeah.
nom, nom.
Let's be
ooh,
honest,
Lisa's a vodka person.
I am a vodka person.
But ours, it holds up really well, even if you just want it like on the rocks. It's got a nice viscosity to it, like velvety.
I will definitely be
texture,
sampling some of that, 'cause
Very,
I haven't
very
had it
neutral.
I got you. I'll get some.
It's really good. And then in the cocktail, it's great too because it's also at 87 proof. So it's got a little bit more than your average
Yeah.
vodka. So,
Oh, darn.
it's only because we love you.
Well, you get more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
yeah.
love.
Yeah.
Who doesn't mind paying
Love?
for 87 and getting 93?
There.
Yeah, exactly.
Octane gas. I was,
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
Brewheads.
Woohoo!
And then we have our drops. That's one of the other spirits that we make from beer.
Yeah.
This is all IPAs. Again,
Very happy beers. Yeah.
Yeah, very happy like IPAs. So
There's a couple
again,
IPLs.
this here it's going to be batch to batch. It's going to have a little bit different flavors and stuff like that because of the different style IPAs that went into that batch.
All
But
hop
I mean,
flavors.
they're
So many
very close. It's not like night and day. It's
Yeah.
very, very close from batch to batch. So it's not like you're gonna get a totally different spirit. You know what I mean?
So, the curiosity in me wants to know: could you pull all like Nelson Sauvin
Yes, you could.
IPAs and just make like a special like
could.
Nelson vodka?
We could do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be vodka.
Right, drops.
Yeah.
So
It would be just a
Spirit.
Again,
A
drops
spirit.
is in its own
Category.
category.
Right.
So-
Yeah, it's just a spirit.
the way we kind of classify
Yeah.
it is it's a gin-based spirit, but it's not a gin
Gin.
because it doesn't
Gotcha.
have juniper.
Yeah.
It's reminiscent
Okay.
of a gin because
Yeah.
I think gin
Because like
minus
the
a juniper.
botanicals.
You've
of it,
educated me right now. Thank you.
Yes.
So what we
Oh,
do is
you know
like,
what? Drops of juniper.
Oh,
There you go.
dude,
Now I
that's
got
a
it.
cocktail
that's a
name.
good for
We'll call it. We'll name it after Lisa. We'll give Lisa.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right.
for the gin.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
I
right.
have to give you a
Lisa.
shout out soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
We will.
Shout out, Lisa.
yeah.
Yes.
So on the shelf in the liquor store, we try to be in the gin category
Okay.
because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
reminiscent of
Gin.
gin, and it's a smaller category. Some people put it in the tequila section, which just gets lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I don't
I'm like-
understand why they would put it
Right.
in
I
a
don't
tequila
know. So
section.
tequila
Right.
has
Some
a little
people are
bit
like,
of
oh, it
aroma.
kind of reminds me of tequila. I'm like,
No.
I don't see it. I don't see it, but who knows? Like,
Some
not
people
everybody
say it's like tequila
perceive
aroma
everything the
taste.
same
Right.
way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Um,
I can say that I haven't had yours yet, but I know you bought the recipes, so I think I'm safe to say that it's similar to the drops of the past.
Oh yeah.
And never would I ever have put this in a tequila agave
No.
category, ever.
No, I make margaritas with it, and it's good.
Of course.
But it's
That's what-
not
yeah.
like the last thing I think about is agave tequila when I drink drops.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? But some people they're like, oh, it kind of tastes like a tequila to me. I'm like, just buy it.
Right.
Shut up and give me your money.
$27.99,
Actually,
bitches.
that's pretty close to what the price is.
What is it?
It's pretty close. I forget. But it's pretty.
On the shelf, I think it's like 24, anywhere between 24 and 25, 26.99.
Whatever. It's under 30.
It's under-
Buy it.
Yeah.
And it can
Thank you,
replace
thank you.
any
You're welcome.
vodka, gin.
It's a good
tequila,
replacement.
rum
It's a
drink.
replacement to, and that's why I don't mean to put it in a category, but every drink I've ever had here with drops, because it's white, I've always thought it was like more of a vodka because if I don't taste that juniper,
Yeah.
I'm not getting a gin.
Gin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would say it's like gin based, but it's not a gin.
But
Is-
fun fact, we are looking to, this is just here. No one's going to hear
Don't
this.
tell anyone.
I haven't told anybody.
Nobody.
Hold on. When do you not want people to hear this yet?
No, it's fine. We don't give a shit.
Okay, we don't give a
No,
fuck.
we don't give a fuck.
No, we're very excited.
We're very excited. that
We're excited.
We're
Yes.
right now developing a gin with
Nice.
drops as the base.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna
So now
be-
we're going to add that juniper to it. We're going to
Yeah.
add some citrus.
So it
We're
will
gonna
be
add some
drops of
spices.
juniper.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, could we name it that?
We might have to.
You might get like a cease and desist. The band may get a little upset, but fuck it.
Hold on a minute. Business partner,
Juniper.
quickly trademark.
Yes,
Yes.
Stelios. Yeah.
I'll keep Lisa occupied for another 20 minutes.
No. I will never take credit for any of the ideas. I just like to get like acknowledged for them. So I'm already
100%.
happy. Yep.
Yes.
100%.
I'm just an idea person. I
love
don't want
it.
any
I love
of it.
I mean, it sounds great. Yeah, absolutely.
Feed me booze, and I'm a happy person.
That we could definitely do. That we could
Easy
definitely
peasy. Love it.
do. Yes.
Here, explain the last one. This
Lastly-
one we just made because
We had extra.
Yeah.
So lastly is our.
We didn't want to waste money.
Right. As you
So-
shouldn't.
As you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Once you
I will-
found it, don't waste it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, so from having been in the brewing world to now in the distillery world, that is the one thing that just absolutely blows my mind, is the biggest difference from brewing to distilling in distilling, there's like no waste.
Yeah.
Like when we're doing a bottling run, at most our waste is maybe less than a shot glass
Wow.
for
Yeah,
a whole
yeah,
bottle
yeah.
run. But that
Yeah.
just overfills because the bottler got a little
And it
happy.
doesn't get wasted.
No, it doesn't.
It goes into someone.
Or if it's a lot.
That's what she said.
Yeah. That's what she
I was waiting to say that, but I didn't want to be the one
Lisa's
to
going to
say
be
that.
here on all bottling days.
Why not? That was like a
All bottle
layup.
days.
That was,
Underneath
that
the
that
fucking
was an
underneath.
alley-oop.
That is too
Funnel me
easy.
up.
That is too easy for me to say.
Bukkake of,
I want to be known that the gay woman did not say that.
so it's definitely me. Hi, I'm Lisa.
But so lastly is our espresso liqueur, which so under the Core Bev company, which owns Connecticut Distilling, the Bardell Continuum, is Cylinder Vodka, Moonlight Barista, Cocktail Chemist, which is Dim, and a few others that Cabo Rum and Adversary. Am I missing any?
I don't even know. No, I think
We have so many. I don't
think
even
you
know
got 'em
anymore.
all. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Where's your
Yeah.
business card?
I was actually just thinking. I was like, do I have it?
Yeah, I was
No.
like, do you have any
No,
vodka?
that's all our brands.
Is that what this was for? It was a cheat sheet. I didn't know.
But so Moonlight Barista is a nitro infused espresso martini, and then
And then
Dim
I have
cocktail
Cocktail Chemist Espresso Tini, which is another espresso martini that we have on the market. And we fucked up on our math and ordered too much of the cold brew espresso roast coffee.
Oh.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One too many, you messed up the decimal point.
That's like
Yeah.
a tox with
Yeah,
Nelson
tox
Seven.
What?
They wanted 40
Honestly,
pounds and they got
I mean, it worked
Honestly,
in our
it-
favor. It worked in our
It
favor.
really did, because this is amazing.
We have
And-
vodka in house, we have sugar in house, and we have the coffee in house.
Yeah.
Make a liqueur.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Like-
we had a couple different. This one's at 60 proof too, so it's got, like your other
wow.
coffee liqueurs are lower, 30,
Yeah,
40,
yeah.
maybe 30.
But you could just have it on the rocks.
But this, like I had this on the rocks with just like a lemon peel with the lemon oils, and it was delicious.
So good.
Oh,
Nice, easy,
Wow.
like maybe like a little after dinner kind of
Or
thing.
add it
but
to like
Yeah.
a hot chocolate or a coffee.
we do it in our espresso martinis here, so
I would absolutely throw that in my iced Americanos.
Yes.
absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, let's play a fun game.
Yes. I'm excited for this.
Slightly worried. Go ahead.
No, don't be worried. So, commercial brand comparison. I know yours are better, cleaner, better,
Craftier.
craftier.
Right.
But for the people watching that don't really know about booze,
Yeah.
because we are beer based,
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
what would be comparable? So, Charred and Drops are kind of in a league of their
They're
own.
in a league of their own, yeah.
Right. So Fort Hill, what would be a lower tasting end?
A lower tier.
Man, what could I compare it to? I mean,
I honestly don't even know.
do, 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 do.
there's not really. Oh, shit, now you're really fucking me up.
Have
What
to get in on
other?
that.
I mean, what other bourbons are stout barrel finished?
I
I,
don't
mean,
think
there's
any
not many.
really.
Yeah, I don't think there's any.
I think if anything, there's
But
private reserves or special reserves.
Quality wise, I mean, we're up there with the big boys. I think. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll say I've done tastings and like Dib's done tastings and like we did the Mohegan Sun
the Wine Fest, correct.
Fest.
Yeah.
And people came up to us like when they tried it, they're like, "This is one of the best ones that we've
Mm-hmm.
tried,"
Yeah.
and it's insanely smooth for a 90 proof bourbon.
Yeah.
And it's
All right, I'll take you off the hook for
The
blueberry
vodka?
too. Yep, there we go.
Because the blueberry, honestly,
Yeah,
there's
blueberry,
no
yeah.
blueberry
No,
rum.
league of his own.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And if they're infused, they're not infused with the actual fruit.
Yeah.
They're maybe distilled with the fruit, and it comes out clear. But it's
Yeah.
probably artificial flavorings.
I'm going to say that there is a rum distillery in Connecticut. I honestly don't remember the name of it.
Rum Tropic.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, they're on the other side of the state.
Correct.
From here, yeah.
Yeah. And they didn't have a blueberry. They had a strawberry something or other that I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I threw it in with like a bunch of, because you guys know we do the cocktail spots, and I like smorgasbord it all
Yeah.
up. That is something that, because I couldn't drink it by itself. It was just,
Yeah.
it was rum.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
That was pretty solid on its own.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Even better mixed.
with daiquiri.
Yeah, the
With
daiquiri.
daiquiri.
Just a simple
I said, do you
daiquiri.
need another?
Well,
We'll wait.
do I?
We'll get more food.
Should I?
When in doubt, say yes.
Yeah, it's, I mean, great. We do a mojito as well. We do the daiquiri. These are both,
It's so
you know,
good.
classic.
You guys and your mint.
Mint is good.
like
Oh yeah, they
mojito.
You be men. Be
mojito.
men.
Let
I just
me
wanna-
not for a little while.
You guys are drinking girls.
I cannot like
Well,
mojitos.
hold on, that came out wrong.
yeah, because I tend to dabble into drinking girls.
I'm telling Renee.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm drinking, so it's okay.
Lisa, everybody.
know. Maybe I
The
just-
vodka I do comparison with the vodka because it's
Yeah.
a wheat vodka and it's 87 proof. The only one I know of is Absolute Elix, so it's Absolute's higher end
Oh, okay.
vodka,
Yeah.
which is phenomenal. But ours is half the price.
I don't think I've ever had their Absolutes high end.
It's,
I
it's called
I've never
Absolute
bought,
Elix.
I've never bought Absolute for their high end.
Yeah.
Usually, let's get fucked up real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Bought absolute everything.
I don't think I can't remember the last time I actually paid for any type of vodka.
Like for yourself?
I hate vodka.
Yeah.
I hate,
You just
I
take
You
hate
don't like
vodka?
vodka? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you don't like vodka?
I just it makes me sleepy for some reason.
Makes you sleepy.
Like for I don't know.
You
Like
know
even
what?
with
You-
an espresso martini, you're like I'm out.
Drinking it wrong.
I'm a bourbon. I like my
So
bourbon and whiskey.
I'm going to recommend that if you're drinking vodka, you drink it with Lisa. That's when all the fun happens.
Yeah.
Debauchery and shenanigans.
Love it.
Trust me.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
You're also
I didn't
talking-
like that. Trust me.
You're talking to the person who had a flask of a whiskey in their pocket at the Brewfest last year. Like I was just
Yeah. It's all
And then
right.
I got my arm sliced open. And then
Yeah,
the
I
bug was
remember
gone.
that.
Yeah.
I don't
You
remember.
probably bled like a sieve if you were.
No, you
Oh,
were
I
there.
did.
I was there.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Why didn't you come see the nurse? Or did you? And I just said,
Well, so
fuck it.
no, Abby.
Maybe the duct tape was for her arm.
You had to recruit. You had
No,
to
yeah.
refuse yourself from surgery
I
because
still
you were
have
Oh, because I
drunk.
was
Scar.
drinking. Yeah, that looks terrible. I probably
I got
should have paid
Mufasa
better
for
attention.
it. Yes, Mufasa.
Probably
so
should have
sorry.
done my job.
No, Abby's mom was there. She's a retired ER nurse. Just kind of half stitched me up because I couldn't leave. The permit was in my name.
Oh.
So like a
yeah.
needle and thread.
Yeah.
She just took Band-Aids, like several Band-Aids, and just like
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
Crisscross
But-
Brought it together a little.
Yeah.
yeah, and then like
Who's got the super glue?
Band-Aid,
Yeah.
like ace bandage, and then
Perfect.
I went.
I
yeah.
love it. That's
That
great.
was a fun day. That was a rough day, but fun day.
I got a question about the horsepower of these.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we come from the beer world, but so with this that I just had, like,
The mint chocolate espresso martini.
yes,
By the way.
yep, that was fantastic, by the way. So, like, with this quantity, how much am I drinking? Say, with like, if I was drinking a beer.
Well, on that one, you're getting about 2 ounces of the 87 proof vodka.
Dude, like,
What do they say? One beer is equivalent to a shot. A beer at what? 4.5%.
Yeah.
So you're
Well,
drinking
it's-
like a double IPA.
Okay,
I would say like
So
a
you
nice
had a
double
double
IPA.
I had a double.
Yeah.
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 And I felt it.
Maybe,
Double
maybe
bubble.
a little bit of a mix between double and triple scoop.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
It does have calories. Well, who cares, right? When you're
No, I don't care.
No one cares about
But not as
calories.
much calories as beer.
Well, no,
Probably.
no,
Maybe.
no.
Probably not.
Depending on the IPA or depending on the beer.
I'm not counting my
I
calories.
ain't doing
in my
calories.
beer.
I love when I'm doing tastings and people are like, you have the nutritional facts. I'm like, you're worried about sugar, but I'm literally giving you poison to put in your body.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. For
And
real.
you're worried about the sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of put things in perspective for them sometimes.
Like, if you ever
Plus, I don't
add-
have an answer for them for the sugar
Right.
part, so I want to,
like when you're getting, if you ever are, unlucky enough to like get chemo, do you ask for the nutrition facts of that? How many calories are in this?
Yeah.
I don't really know if I want to take this.
No calories.
No
You're losing your
calories?
hair and you're puking. It's
That's true.
side
like a
effects.
weight loss supplement.
It's like Ipecac. not your stuff. Thank you.
On that note,
So
On a fun
on this
fact-
note, I'm going to say, disclaimer, these taste delicious. Nothing
they do.
like Ipecac.
No,
Nothing.
no. These are fantastic.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you very much. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. We try, and we're going to expand on stuff.
You do well.
Yes, we are going to expand.
So we're going to
on many
expand and
things.
have fun.
Yeah, as you should. We'll have fun.
It's a fun
for it.
industry.
Yeah.
It is. I say the distilling world's a lot about fucking around, find out. At least for us, that's kind of what
Yeah.
I like.
Now, for the whiskeys and the charred and stuff, how long do you usually have to barrel that?
So we try it at minimum 2 years.
Yeah.
So we had a process in place, but we're kind of tinkering with it a little bit, playing around with it, kind of, like I said, fuck around, find out. So staves for our dark spirits are a big help in it, and we use smaller ones, which really help. So you get more
Surface
flavor
area.
out
More
of
flavor,
them.
yeah. So
Yeah.
when you're doing something like charred, which is not classified really as anything,
Yeah.
we don't have to adhere to the traditional say bourbon
Guidelines.
rules.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And guideline because there's obviously very strict with bourbon,
Yeah.
being the national spirit, of our country here, and we don't have to adhere to that stuff. So we could definitely take
Liberties.
liberties. We could take not shortcuts, but we could use other techniques.
Yeah.
To maybe this right here, say 2 years right here. I mean, you put it next to a 2-year bourbon, and the 2-year bourbon is a lot lighter.
Yeah.
This looks
Yeah, yeah.
more like a 10-year bourbon or something like that.
Yeah.
9-year. So we don't have to stay within the parameters of that. With the bourbon, we do. Because it so we source this bourbon. We source a young bourbon. We go through a lot of different tastings of bourbons, and we find one that we like,
Those are
and we
fun
buy a
days.
shitload of barrels of it.
Yeah.
And then we bring it in, and then we do our our aging
Our
with
thing,
the staves
yeah.
and
Our fun
But that's
process.
where however old it comes in, once it comes out of that barrel and goes into something else, that's where that aging stops.
Ah, okay,
And
okay,
then we
yeah,
can't
yeah.
say oh, it's a 5-year bourbon or whatever when it didn't stay there. You
Right.
know, we got it at 2 years, let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we got to, obviously the TDB, the governing authority of all this stuff is very strict on this, and we're very strict on ourselves as well. Obviously, you know what I mean? We want to. We're in a very transparent business.
Yeah.
We don't hide things from the consumer. We tell it like it is.
No fraud.
No,
No,
never.
absolutely not.
It's just going to get you in trouble. And when you get found out someday, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So why bother? Just be honest with what you do,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's all. And everything else is good. Good karma.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Now with the vodka and gin-like stuff, does it process what kind of the same, like a year for barreling or anything like
For
that?
these
Or-
two here, no,
Yeah.
nothing.
We don't barrel them.
Those are unaged spirits.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Just
they don't-
distill it and
just distill
bottle
it and bottle it and go. Exactly. Yeah. That's so. Those are the a lot of distilleries that start off just making like aged spirits. They quickly realize that they're not making shit while they're waiting
Right.
around.
Yeah, yeah,
Have no
yeah,
product.
yeah.
Like,
You
you
gotta
just look at this barrel for the next 4 years and not make anything. So
Yeah.
they're making,
Right.
they're gonna make their vodka, they're gonna make their gin, like stuff. So that's like
Yeah.
our stuff here. Like, and then while we're making this stuff, the other stuff is maturing and doing its thing and whatever like that. But it's still a process. Even like for the drops, it's got to be distilled twice.
Yeah, minimum.
And most of that comes in cans of beer.
That we have to hand open.
I have
Oh, wow.
I have
Shotgun.
So Meg knows that all too well because
Literally my first
there's
day.
some that are coming kegs, but not many.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mostly
I was gonna say,
beers that
mostly
have been
cans.
coated or whatever,
Right.
or like
Yeah.
a bad batch or whatever. You know what I mean? One man's garbage is another man's treasure,
Right.
kind of thing.
I'll
So
say my first day here was spent opening Firefly's Toadstool Nitro Stout, which were grenades.
Oh wow.
Those were not fun.
Actually, yeah, because
it was pretty. So
I'm gonna
this
say
was
those
in-
had to be pretty.
Those
old.
this so I did that in November of
Yeah.
2024, and those were from like 22.
Yeah, I was about to
But that's
say
when
those
they,
had to
they
be
closed.
old. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Like, and it was like towards the end of them closing, so it was like, meh.
so you would never
It's
drink that
crazy.
beer, but
No.
the spirit that is made after the fermentation process that we do,
Right.
and the 2 times distilled, and the aging of whatever the bottle,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's fun
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm going to be looking at beers in the package stores totally different now.
Honestly, I will tell you.
What could you distill into?
Yeah.
Honestly, since I have left the brewing world and now in distilling, that's what I look at now. I'm like, oh, this would make a really good chart. This
Yeah.
would make good drops. Like, I'm like, oh, what kind of other spirit can I play around with this?
This double IPA is 6 months old. I'm not going to buy it, but man, could we?
I was like, oh, triple scoop and drops. Because I
But-
wouldn't have to
Yeah.
add any sugar to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's not very different from the brew tales I try to get us to make. So when I try to,
You purposely try to buy shit beer?
no,
Oh, all right.
what I'm saying is when I make the beer cocktails,
Yeah, yeah.
is it's like what would taste good in this. So it's the opposite for
Gotcha.
me.
Yeah.
I am looking at the beer like what distilled beverage
Yeah.
would
Could
taste
complement
good
that. Yeah,
in this.
sure.
And that's
tough
what
to do.
actually brought us to want to do the podcast with you
Oh,
because
yeah.
I really am. I think there's a lot that can be done with brew
Absolutely.
tales, and
Very true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because
That-
we have a lot of fun with that stuff.
right.
Oh, cool.
And
Oh, God, Dim will definitely, Dim will have a field
Fuck
day
yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
which beers can we pair with these beverages? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Everything.
you get a Wachusett blue beer,
Yeah.
Oh,
and throw a shot of that in there just
Yeah.
to take it up a
Yeah,
notch.
yeah.
Or, you put some drops in, a single IPA, and, or a pale ale, and
I will
suddenly
say, so I tried this with Ricautra. So good.
Ooh.
So good.
imagine
Yeah.
that with a pineapple rack.
Yeah.
I was to say, I don't know when the last
What
time.
about one of these with those energy drinks?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is the raspberry? I saw your last podcast. with
Lemon is
that.
the best.
Lemon's
Lemon,
better.
really?
Yeah.
I thought the raspberry would have been better.
Raspberry lemon, I think,
Palates.
is. Raspberry lemon is my favorite because it's the one that tastes most like tea. So
Yes,
I
that's
like
very
the
fair.
flavor of black tea.
Oh, okay.
And
Yes,
that
okay.
has the most black tea flavor to it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So throwing some Tito's in there
Yeah.
Just vodka, just to bump
Just-
up.
just-
And
that was
I-
good.
Something neutral.
Some
That made-
Waterville vodka.
Yeah, that made it better.
Well, but I'm going to say Tito's because I specifically bought Tito's because I wanted that like harsh bite that Tito's has.
Yeah.
And so that way you know it's there. You're not drinking too fast. You know it's there. Like you throw something in there like a really smooth.
Like Waterville vodka.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Set you up
that'd
for
be-
that.
that'd be
Yeah. You put something
dangerous.
too smooth in there
They must
and you're
not
going to
put enough
drink
in.
it too
Yeah.
fast.
Must not put
Right.
enough in.
Yeah, keep adding.
But you throw something
too
in
much.
there
Yep.
that has a bite to it, and you're like, "Oh, I taste that," so I'm gonna go slow. That was not the case. The tea flavor really outshined.
Sure.
Kind of smoothed it out.
Smoothed everything
smoothed
out,
everything,
balanced
yeah.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was my favorite, only because I love the flavor of the black tea. The
prefer
lemon
the
was just.
I like the lemon.
I know you do, but
Lemon's better.
and
I
you
tried the
do.
I was
orange.
gonna say I was there.
Oh, I
for
didn't- yeah, that's what I
all of
wanted
that
to try the
development.
orange.
I have 3 more
That
cans.
development was
Yeah.
a process, but it was a fun
That,
process.
I only have
doesn't mean
one.
Yeah.
that doesn't mean I'm gonna get one because you have 3 cans.
It's not alcohol.
yeah.
No, he's just
alcohol.
letting you know
I
he
have
has
3
to.
of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Of what, the orange?
Yeah.
It's still not out.
It's
I know.
not, yeah.
It's unlabeled.
Oh, okay.
It's in my fridge.
Whatever, show off. It's crazy. I spent 2-3 hours there today, and I didn't get a fucking can of orange.
I guess you're not number 1.
Anthony,
I guess you're not the number 1 like you thought you were earlier.
Hey, I can
No, I
get-
am.
Hey, I'll guilt trip Tony. Don't worry, I got you. I'll say I can easily guilt trip Tony into anything right now.
I mean, it's all right. I'll get my own.
You know, I'll
I'll get my own.
texting him later. We find out who's number 1.
Or we could just I'll just text Mike. I'll text Mike and we'll get it.
Everyone's going to vote me,
Yeah.
except Anthony. It's okay. Maybe
I
it's
would
because I
say
call him
so-
Anthony.
Could be.
It could
Could
be.
be.
It could be. That's why.
Yeah.
It's all right.
When I left back east, one of my first thoughts was like, and I started working here. I was like, oh, Audacity would be great for charred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wonder if they'll do it.
Except as we now know, Audacity is not only a beer, it's a sound system. So
Yes.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes.
I'm never going to forget that.
Audacity.
The more you know. Clinton. Those text messages.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
did
Yeah.
it this way though because I thought the star went up.
No,
It's-
it goes
it's that
it
way.
goes- Yeah. It's like a rainbow.
It shoots. It's a shooting star.
Yeah.
Be careful how you do
Start.
it because you're going to just start air dicking.
Yeah.
And then we're back in
So I think
Bukkake. And what do we have?
I may have accidentally poured a lot in somebody's, and I poured
Mine?
into mine. No, mine.
Apparently
I
yours.
poured mine.
Jesus Christ, this
What?
is a little.
I poured into mine. I was like, oh, nope, not giving them too much.
So what do we got here?
I'll say.
Always give more to the guests.
Is it? Well, they're driving farther.
Right.
That's true.
That's
right.
why I did not.
Drink responsibly, everyone.
And stay wobbly.
Stay wobbly.
Did you know that was our catchphrase?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, that is our
Drink
catchphrase.
responsibly,
Just
stay
stepped
wobbly.
right into that one. Thanks.
Also, before we do that, I have to ask, why do you have a crab on your phone?
That's our Cavo.
That's a
That's our
that's our logo.
our Greek island rum,
How did you?
and it's our little mascot.
Wow.
He's like, "How you doing? Look at me. I'm a
Wow.
crab."
Are you
You like-
home?
Wow.
She needs a bottle, so
Yeah.
she's
I need
basically-
everything of that.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really good
I
stuff.
say he has a vest of it. He has like so much merch of it.
Damn. You guys should go back to that place.
the one in Maryland. Yeah.
You know what? We don't have to talk about that every
All right.
time we bring up
All right,
crabs.
we won't. We won't.
It just, you know what? It makes it funny.
I mean, I would like to hear the story.
All right. Well, so once upon a time,
So tell me about this bourbon.
Yeah. Is it bourbon?
It is.
This is the bourbon, yes. This is the Fort Hill bourbon that you guys are tasting
It
with
smells
the,
fantastic.
It smells like real mapley.
Yeah. A little bit chocolate.
I definitely get more chocolate than I do maple.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Little heat, but
that's got
it is
some-
90
That's good.
proof.
Instant red.
Like that? That's that Irish.
Now I taste.
Just getting ready
maple.
for the weekend.
Yeah.
Trip.
Yeah,
Yep.
for real.
I'm all getting ready.
You get a lot of notes on it, which is like the one thing I personally love
I don't
about it.
smell the maple at
No.
all, but I taste it
Yeah,
clearly.
I smell maple. And yeah, it tastes real, like, tastes maple. It's
Chocolate.
got a nice little sweet note to it. Little woody.
My
like
Pepe,
Woody.
because we're French. One of the few times I acknowledge my French side. My Pepe used to make this candy, the maple
Hi,
candy.
Pepe.
Yeah, but did he make the maple candy in the snow?
passed away when I was like 4, so
Sorry.
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, sorry.
I don't remember.
I saw that on a show.
You probably had
I think it might have been like Bourdain or
no.
something.
Yeah.
Where they put it in the snow, right?
So you boil down the maple syrup, and they would put like a little. I'm assuming, like I didn't know any better, so I called it Cognac, which was probably cognac of some sort, to thin it down a little bit. And then they pour it over fresh snow, only fresh snow,
Snow
and then
cream.
they twirl it up. And that's what this reminds me of,
Oh,
because
nice.
you're supposed to not eat it right away. You're supposed to let it sit for a minute. I didn't have the patience to let it sit, so as soon as it was
Was it
poured,
still hot?
yeah, as
Yeah.
soon as it was poured, I wanted it because
I'm one of those. I can't wait.
Yeah, you can.
It's like, oh no, wait for the pizza. No, fuck you. I'll burn the roof of my mouth. I don't care. I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting.
right.
Oh, I've burned the roof of my
Wait,
mouth so
your
much.
collar's open.
And I'll
I live dangerously.
Thank you.
Johnny Dangerously
No, that's nice.
My mother hung me on a hook once.
It's
Yeah.
very smooth.
Yes.
once.
Very.
That is very
Great fucking
smooth,
movie.
nice,
You like that?
sweet. Yeah, that's
Was
really
that's a
good.
beautiful color,
so,
too.
What's also nice is that it's literally the same price as a bottle of Four Roses small batch
Mm.
in the store, and it's in Connecticut.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Hmm.
Mojito's really good too.
Mojito's
Yeah.
good.
The blueberry mojito.
Holy shit.
I'm the only one.
And all it is our blueberry rum with ripe,
Mojito.
ripe mojito mix. Shout out to Ripe. Those guys
Oh.
make amazing, all natural stuff. Another great Connecticut company. We love them.
Also a great band,
Yeah.
Ripe. Is it
Ripe. It is a band.
I'm
Don't
gonna
make
do the
me
rest of the
Apple
podcast
Music
like
this right now.
I'll Spotify it on the way home.
It just smells great.
No, it does smell
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Also the color.
The color
Color's
just
nice.
pops.
The colors
yeah.
are
Colors, yes,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Meg, what are you drinking? Tell us a little
drinking
bit about that, because
Haymaker.
yeah.
Which is literally just tastes like punch.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the dangerous part of it. Dim, you came up with this recipe, right? Yeah, you talk about it. You know this recipe. More
I mean,
than
it's
I do.
simple. Like I said, it's a punch style cocktail. Punch. So I mean, punch gets a bad rap because everybody thinks like punch, like the
Hawaiian
shit we
punch.
used to make, like
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
like
yeah.
our college dorms, like
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
The jungle juice
Everclear,
days.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid, and
Everclear.
In the bathtub.
which I mean, it wasn't horrible. I mean, a bunch of
throw
sugar
a
and soda,
Or
whatever.
local on top of that, and let's go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I love watching
wait.
kids trying to drink Everclear.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
it's so. I saw a TikTok recently of like
Yeah.
some kid like, 190 proof. Nope. Like I don't think he knew.
Yeah, yeah.
And the person like narrating it was somebody else. Like, oh, you're gonna fuck around.
Yo,
and find
yeah.
out right now. And he took it and
I
just
don't even
you
think
saw
he
his
swallowed-
face
Ugh.
and
I don't
just
even
spit
it out. Yeah, I don't even
everywhere.
think
He
he
was
swallowed
like,
it. I've seen that video.
no, I could never.
say-
I could never.
I've tried like our 160 proof from the stills, like of our whiskey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not like a shooter of it.
No,
Like,
like
you try to
What was
like
that
boom, like taste
freaking
it.
shit
I'm
I drank
like,
up in
ugh.
Maine? That kamikaze beer shot, like straight.
Oh yeah, at the
You wouldn't remember.
no, he does. No, he does. No, he does not remember.
He's
He
trying.
was
He's trying to think.
It was
I
like
was.
it was like
He
all
was
their, it was
blackout
like all their
Brando.
beers distilled into like a liquor or some
It
shit.
was-
yeah.
I like that name for you. now.
All of the burnt off
Yeah.
crap from the beers.
beers, yeah. that
And then they distilled it.
Ooh, what?
It was
Ew.
it was harsh.
Had to
Where
try
was
it.
it?
It was up on the
It was
fucking
at
menu.
the-
It was at Queen City.
The second night, the restaurant that we finished at that we didn't realize,
Like I said,
was closing
Blackout
at
Brando.
9. We
Yeah.
got there at
What'd
8:30.
you
We
call
were
it?
lucky
Blackout
to get food.
Brando?
was the night-
Blackout Brando.
That was the night that Damon
I think I just
texted
came
me,
up with this new
and I
name.
called him, and
called
I
him.
was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, everybody!" He's like, "Oh, hey!" Yeah, I remember that.
Brando, I hope you know I just came up with your new nickname.
I love that Blackout Brando.
Blackout
Yeah,
Brando.
Bob.
Yeah, there you
Sounds
go.
about right.
It's a good one.
Bob.
Bob. Hey, Bob.
So
Where's
I had
Bob?
to try this, like bottom of the barrel,
Ugh.
and
Yeah.
But see,
then I was like, everyone should try this. And Mike looks at me and he's like, no, fuck you. You ordered this. You drink this. And I'm like, try
remember
it.
that.
I did try it though.
So I would
did try
say-
it. It was bad.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
It was so
Yeah.
bad.
so for our drops,
try it.
when we get like the
You
dregs,
did, and then you spilt your drink all over.
Renee.
Yeah.
for drops when we get the dregs of the hop dregs from the breweries,
Yeah.
it honestly helps a lot. So what's just funny is like in beer you don't want that shit.
No, you
but
don't.
for drops it really helps intensify that.
Well,
like,
I'm gonna tell you
low
right
hop
now,
flavor.
whatever the fuck they distilled, it was just like, whoa, wow.
Can you compare it to anything?
Gasoline?
Yeah,
Yes,
gasoline.
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 Yum.
So Silhouette whiskey.
Yeah,
Silhouette in the gas can, the clear whiskey.
Oh yeah, real good.
yeah, gasoline.
It
Definitely
was
gasoline.
it was bad.
I've had quite a few like harsh like moonshine, and moonshine is like smooth as this shit.
Yeah.
Compared to that,
Wow.
it was bad.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was.
bad.
It was honestly, I was afraid to burp near flames.
And they gave you a big
It
ass
was a huge glass. It was a huge fucking glass.
It was like a shot?
It was supposed to be a shot. It came out in like
In a
a
rocks
huge,
glass?
like not in a rocks glass, but like like a big, like fucking solid.
Okay,
It was like a triple shot.
like a flight glass.
Yes.
Yeah,
Flight.
actually,
Flight.
that's what it was. A flight
Flight.
glass.
Yes.
Yeah,
Not fight.
Full
Flight.
flight glass.
And it
full.
was piss warm.
Yeah.
And you had to buy it, right?
I did
Yeah,
buy
she
it.
did buy it.
I paid for this torture.
yeah,
I paid
yeah,
for this
she paid for
torture.
it.
What are we
It's
gonna
not
do with
usually
this
the kind
shit?
I
I
pay
don't
for
know.
either.
Pay to get rid of it.
Yeah. It was rough.
Oof.
It was
Yeah.
a good thing it was the last place.
I
That was our
do
last
remember
place for
that
the
drink.
night. Yeah. It was bad.
So you won't find anything like that here.
No.
No.
Where are we, Brando?
No dredges.
No, they're just distilled properly.
We are at Connecticut Distilling.
Hey,
There you go.
There you go.
No
There you
ceilings.
go. No ceilings.
No ceilings.
We're on the floor.
Notice I'm
No,
not
but this
setting
stuff,
myself
this
up
stuff is
again.
really good.
Brando's
thank
almost
you.
done with his.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah,
You just,
no, that's
like-
good.
I feel like they're gonna end up leaving with like a case of the blueberry fields, which is
I like
fine
good
by
stuff.
me.
Good. Yeah.
Which is fine by me.
It's delicious.
So, what is it that you want to say? This is your like spotlight moment, magic wand.
Yeah.
What do you want for your business, dreams?
Mission statement. Jerry
Jesus
Maguire.
Christ, you're really putting me on the spot.
That's what I do.
That's what we do.
We want to continue making delicious spirits, continue paying homage to the local breweries and the connection between beer and spirits. We want to make people happy.
Yeah.
We want to make some money too, if we could. It'd be nice.
Doesn't
pretty
suck.
cool. I like that.
And just keep innovating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We never want to remain stagnant, just like sitting on one, like a little bit. We want to like explore,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't go to like distribution or whatever. If we could just, have it just like specialty stuff for like the tasting room and people
Yeah.
coming in and just fucking around with different cocktails and just see where it goes. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I just had another idea.
What do you got?
What if you catered cocktail parties with
he
your
does that.
specialty cocktails?
He's
that,
done
yeah.
that
I'm just saying.
himself,
Yeah.
like as cocktail chemist.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Call me if you need me.
He's done it for
For cocktails?
Cocktails, absolutely.
That's right. I think he slammed that drink down.
It's really good.
It is really good.
Good. I'm gonna suck on the ice. Yeah.
And now, I mean, it's not even warm out really. Imagine like this in like the summertime. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's like a patio crusher. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Or even because you guys have the patio out there
Yeah.
and you have the nice fire pit.
Yep. Yep.
So imagine out here, feet up, music
Oh, yeah.
on, fire going.
Nice.
And we do like
Maybe
events
do you
outside
allow
too.
cigars?
Outside?
Yeah,
Yeah. We're not communists.
just saying. What else is around? Give a whole plug to the
To
whole
the area. So
yeah.
in our building, we have Brassworks Brewing next door,
Yeah.
which are the best neighbors anybody can fucking ask for. They're amazing people. We love them. They're great. I mean, we're in a industrial park for the most part.
Yeah.
We're on the outskirts of Waterbury. We're right
Yeah.
by the DMV. People know the DMV around here. But
Sadly.
there's a great, the worst fucking place on planet Earth, isn't it? But it's Hindsight Barbecue's right down the street, which is
Nice.
So good.
delicious.
Yeah. So
barbecue.
good,
Shout
yeah.
out to them. They're also great. They carry our stuff. They actually they do a barbecue sauce they do a sauce seasonally with the blueberry rum.
Do they
Get
make
outta
chicken
here.
wings with like a spicy blueberry chicken wing?
They do. I think I got to talk to Greg down there.
Yeah, tell
Oh.
them to make a spicy blueberry glaze for chicken wings, and I'll be down.
Hindsight.
Listen to it.
Does that transcend?
No,
No.
it's
They go to Counterweight a lot. In
Hold on,
in Cheshire.
no, it is. They are going to be.
Transcend
Who's
has-
the owner of
yeah.
Is that
Hindsight?
Oh, it is
Hindsight?
hindsight.
oh wait, yeah. Actually, I think you're right.
Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg.
Yeah, they're going to be.
They're gonna be-
They have
gonna
the
in
kitchen at Transcend.
They're going to
now.
have a kitchen in Transcend too.
Oh, are they really?
Because
Yeah.
Transcend's opening a new place in Plainville.
Plainville.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Which is
Nice.
good.
Yes.
Shout out to them.
Check them out. And you know
Yeah.
what? They're going to have a
Full bar.
And
bar.
they're,
Full bar.
and they're at the Gastro Park, right?
Yep.
Did we just say that?
Yep.
Yeah.
You just said that. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Oh, yeah, but
You
they're at
just
the
said
Gastro
it, but I
You
agreed.
You read
And-
her menu.
And they
Yeah.
have cowboy butter, which is one of their.
Sorry.
Are you laughing about the butter?
Yep.
Yep.
Cowboy
Did-
butter.
Yep. Just
Did
throwing
you go
butter.
broke back?
I did.
Oh,
Is it Greg?
what a throwback.
I don't think it's Greg. That doesn't
Jeff.
sound-
Sorry. Oh my God.
That sounds familiar.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Yes. Great guy. But yeah, they're right down the street. Giovanni's where we got pizza from tonight. They're right down the road.
And that pizza was
Castle.
delicious.
Pizza was
Really
really
good.
good.
That was
You know,
good.
I'll
Yeah.
say we ordered from that
I'm always a
place way too
cheese
much.
guy, but
Same.
for some reason, I get that Vito because it's got the garlic, hot pepper,
It's so
sausage.
good. It's so
Delicious.
good. Yeah.
It's my new favorite thing, cherry pepper pizza.
Cherry peppers. Can't go wrong.
Say it fast. No, don't.
Cherry pepper pizza.
He's
Because you're
so he
Greek.
can say it.
It's all
roll my
Greek
R's.
to me.
Them Greek lips.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Waterbury gets a bad rap, but we have a lot of cool stuff.
No,
like
there's a lot of cool
Town
stuff.
Plot, which is like the very Italian neighborhood traditionally up there. That's where I used to own my bar. Nice couple restaurants, delis, and stuff like that. It's really good.
I mean, there's Holy Land too. Don't forget Holy
And
Land.
there's
Oh,
creepy
yeah.
Holy Land. Yes, we love Holy Land.
That's it.
Is that the cross on the hill?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They've been trying to redo that forever. I mean, they cleared it out when it just got sold
Oh, to
Well,
build,
like 10
to like
years ago.
rebuild on it, not to remake Holy Land.
to clean up Holy Land.
Okay.
Yes, but I mean, they just like removed all the brush. They actually have the Holy Land sign, kind of like the Hollywood sign. It's so
Yeah.
wow.
yes.
It is
But
so
they redid
creepy.
the cross, so now it like lights up different colors, like it'll be
Oh.
green for St.
Who
Patty's
doesn't
Day.
want?
Yeah, stuff like that. You know what I mean? A nice,
Not that it's legal, and I don't promote anything illegal. Have you ever been up there?
No, I'm too afraid.
Are you not
Really?
supposed to?
Wait, let's go.
You can't go up there.
You're not
Why?
supposed to.
We have friends that live like underneath it,
Yeah.
so we went to see the fireworks because they moved the fireworks from the stadium down right over here to Holy Land.
Yeah.
and we went and saw the fireworks there. And it was really cool. But I've gone up to the gates.
You have
and it's
to
wide
adventure.
open. Like you can
Yeah.
really, like literally just fucking walk in there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just too scared.
You know who's been exploring all through there? Your Padawan.
Oh, I'm sure he has.
That
He would.
delinquent and his
Yeah.
buddy.
He would.
Which
Yep.
one?
Mo.
Oh, Mo.
Mo lives in Waterbury, right?
Yep. Yep.
He don't drink, but he breaks. the-
Well, I mean, I bring him here and give him some of this blueberry fields.
Yeah.
He
Might-
should be
might-
drinking.
yeah, might drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Good old Waterbury. Yeah.
This is good stuff.
It is
Thank you.
really
Yeah,
good
no, this
stuff.
is really
and
good.
Thank you.
we had a great time
We
tonight.
did too.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for coming in.
No,
No,
thank you
thank
for
you for
having us.
This is a lot of
Thank you
fun.
for giving
Yeah.
us all these samples. It was amazing.
Your
Yes,
liquids
of
are
course.
amazing.
Love
Thank you.
what you're doing here. I wish we were closer because
You guys would be here more?
we'd
Oh,
definitely be here more.
No, definitely.
I'll say I'm trying to get some other breweries up in that area to bring in our products, but
Yeah.
some of them are being a little bit stubborn right now.
Breweries are funny that way.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. The product will speak for itself.
Yeah.
And you're just going to keep pushing it out. And hopefully
Ship away
you
every
watch
day.
this video and you get out here and you try some of this
Definitely.
deliciousness.
Yeah, definitely.
I got to tell you, everything we had was amazing.
good. Absolutely
everything
fantastic.
was amazing. So get out here.
Inventiveness, alcoholness, horsepower-ness,
Say,
all the nisses.
Brando downed his drinks in like 2 minutes
Yeah, for
per
real.
drink.
Look, man,
I'm
He
not
was
mad.
thirsty.
Good
Leave the guy
stuff.
alone.
Yeah.
good stuff.
It is.
Thank you for watching. And I have to set this up for Brando because Brian would be really upset if we didn't do this. Catch us on all our socials because why, Brando?
We be popping.
Had to get that in there. Anyway, this was great.
Thank you
Look
guys
forward
very
to
much.
doing
Thank you,
more.
guys.
We're going
Thank
to do a
you.
brew tail
Definitely.
class. We're going to plan a
Yeah.
brew tail
Yeah, let's
class.
do it. Absolutely.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
That makes me excited so
it's
much.
fun. It's a challenging thing. So it's fun.
It
like,
really
all
is. So
creative.
we'll come in with like
Come in with some beers?
we'll come in with a shit ton of beers and we're
Yeah.
gonna play Smorgasbord and Forg and Dorg like fucking the chef from the Muppets.
That's Swedish, not Greek.
All right, well, close enough. I mean,
Funny that I understood it.
I know you knew.
because you knew, Manamana. Like, you knew. So we're going to do that. So stay tuned. Catch us
Yeah.
for our next episode with these guys because I think we're going to do a lot of fun stuff together.
Awesome.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Well,
some
so that's
drinking.
be at the Beautiful Badass Brew Fest too.
Yes. At Doodly Tune.
Yes, a
Doodly
doodly too.
tune. Thank
Doodly.
you, Adrian.
Doodly
Rob.
Tune.
We'll be potting there.
Yep.
We will be
you will.
potting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, we'll be there.
Can we
yeah.
be outside this time?
It depends how hot it is. I don't like the
For
sun.
real.
No, yeah, you guys were
June.
doing outside.
I don't want the stage.
I'm very
again.
subtle.
It's so
Stage.
small.
No, I'm having you guys outside. It's
All
like
right.
Brewfest.
It's so small. Anyway, that's no disrespect to anyone at Dudley. It's not that small. Your place is huge.
Yes, it is.
Huge.
Sorry about that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'm going to turn it over to the boys for the wrap up.
And as always,
Drink responsibly, stay wobbly. We're going to catch you on the next one.
deuces.